The HP41C module pins, I've got copper pins, and I've also had made some brass ones. You can see here, these are etched pins in brass as opposed to the original copper, and I've fitted that into a module case. So you can see here, that's an original pin connector, and then let's put that back, and then we've got, there's the copper pins, and that's got attached to an old finance module I had, and this is brass pins, and that's attached to an aviation module. So they're not original pins, they look very, very similar. You can see if I put the original block next to it, you can see the colours, very similar. And I'll put those back together and insert them into the HP41 that I've got here. So if I plug that in and then do a catalogue. So finance module is the original copper pins, and this is the brass pins. The brass pins are in a different frame. The slots in the connector frame are different, they're slightly wider, so there's more slop in this, so it does occasionally, it's not turning on there, it does occasionally snag a bit as it goes in. Aviation, so that's the other module, and you can insert it and remove it as many times as you like, really. But this one, you can feel it snags occasionally, which the copper one doesn't, and I know why. It's because I put different slots in the connector block just to test and see which size of slot works best. This is a 0.4 and the copper is 0.35, so this one, the copper, works a lot better. This is too wide. Why is it not turning on? No idea why that's not turning on. Aviation, so in terms of pins it seems fine. Put finance in. And there's the module. I've run programs off the finance module. Don't think I've run any programs off the aviation module. I could do, but I'm pretty sure that's working. So I'm going to carry on testing these, and there's some other things I need to do, and I'm also getting these original pins tested to find out what they're made of once and for all. Are they gold plated, and what is it the actual pins are made of? And once that happens, I'll work out what the best material to have etched will be, hopefully. Form tools, I'm using this 3D printed tool to actually form the pins. It's not really giving much sort of rounding to the edge like the original pins, and I don't know if that's necessary or not, because these aren't punched or stamped out, these are etched, so there's no real kerf along the edge of these. I did have a metal stainless steel form tool made. Unfortunately I didn't really get the clearance right, and one half will not fit into the other half, so I was going to manually file these out so that it actually works. Unfortunately I can't find any files that are thin enough to get in there, so I think it might be easier just to have another one made with the proper spacing. Haven't actually tried getting any pins in there. I'm not sure that. Let's see if we can get one pin in. Let's see if it'll actually fit. Yeah, so it's okay. So that's interesting because that means that the so that will fit in there. So that means the spaces there are fine. All I need to do is make these thinner, and I can do that with the files I've got. So I might have a go at getting that into there. That'll give me the ability to press harder on the pins, and these are rounded on the end, so it should give, hopefully, some form of curve to the pin. But that's another job I need to do. So yeah, that's where we are with the pins. The brass ones are stiffer, I think. I think they're probably better, but they'd have to be in a proper block. I need to order some blocks. I need to write down this to-do list. Yeah, need to order some proper connector blocks to fit these pins into, and then there's the problem of how you mount these two-sided sets of pins into the connector block without having 5 arms. And I think I've got an idea how it'll work, but I haven't actually done that yet. So that needs to be looked at as well. These are quite complicated pins, really, for such a little tiny thing, which everyone ignores. They're pretty complicated to actually make.